Cloud9 take down 100 Thieves 3-0 with Cloud9 soaring over the skies over the Hamburglers. And, games 1 and 2, closer, with the Baron steals, but Cloud9 felt in control of this one the whole way. And also game 3 kind of felt like a mental boom there with closer just kind of, getting counter jungled. I'm going to go in there. Hey, they're rotating on you. Yeah, I'm still getting this Gromp. All right, I'm dead. Good luck, guys. And Cloud9 sail to a 3-0 victory on this one. All right, Dom, thoughts on this series here?
I just want to give my thoughts on 100 Thieves, I guess, where I feel like 100 Thieves has just ruined their team. Like, they used to have an identity. The fact that Alice used to meme them as 100 sins or whatever, I feel like that version of 100 Thieves looks vastly better than this new version of now they just look like a media, they look like a team that's trying to be a top team that will never be as good as the top teams. It looks like if they keep on playing these whatever tanks top or role playing top laners, whatever, they put someday weak side, they put Tommy on a fucking mage, and then they just play it super standard. I don't see how they'll ever be better than TL, TSM, or C9. It just doesn't seem like it's feasible. So I feel like now they've ruined their complete identity. They used to at least have roaming mid laners, and they'd force you into a lot of different situations early. They'd have a lot of creative level ones, and then they would dive you pretty early on into the game. And that's just not possible with the champions that they pick now. So I just don't like the fact that this team came in having a strong identity. Sure, it was an aggressive early game identity, but I'm fine with that being your identity. And I think that, that's an identity where maybe you might not be able to win worlds versus super top teams that are able to play around your timings extremely well. Sure. But I think you could win NA with that identity. If you're just an aggressive early game team and you understand how to force early dives, and it just seems like that was just the natural strength of the players too. Demonte was really good at reading the map for a mid laner. It's probably his biggest strength as a mid laner. You had Closer, who is somebody who found a ton of gank angles. Generally speaking, he's very smart about understanding how to snowball a lead. I just felt like that version of them had so much more promise than this version where they're Tommy, go try to do your Power of Evil impression. He's oh, I'm almost Power of Evil. It's okay, you try, Tommy, gold star. That's it. That's not the fucking team that I think has a chance of winning an A.
Yeah, specifically here in this game number 2 with Ryoma going 1-5 on Azir. Wasn't put in a lot of positions
power
to
of
find
Tommy.
Success. Lost a lot of gold stars there from Dom. He has a lot of leftover to give for the rest of the playoffs. And LS, thoughts on this series?
My thoughts is that Cloud9, 100 Thieves looked more alive, and they looked like they actually had probably more chance because of the nature of the comps. I think the comps were saving them very, very, very hard. I know that, again, as I mentioned earlier on, Cloud9 players that I had come on the stream and talk to me after acknowledged it as such. Cloud9 was in a doomed situation in game 1 if 100 Thieves were better players. Cloud9 was also in a doomed situation in game 2 if 100 Thieves was better players. But unfortunately, 100 Thieves can't play these type of team compositions. Now, the interesting thing is what Dom said, you could win NA by being 100 sins. You could play predominantly for laning phase, and you could play very reckless, high variance, and all this other stuff. But at Worlds, if you're just going to get completely booty blasted and thrown out in groups, I don't know personally how I feel about that. I would rather coast into Worlds and it kind of sounds weird, but I'd rather coast into Worlds on 3rd place and be practicing and getting very proficient at something that is actually going to give the highest potential upside.
Do you think they can get 3rd place?
What? 100 Thieves?
Yeah, do you think they can get 100? Do you think 100 Thieves could get 3rd place?
100 place, 3rd Thieves.
Yeah.
I think if they drafted the way that they did with these comps against something like TSM or Dig or EG, I think they can beat those teams, but I don't think they'll beat TL or Cloud9. But I think, you can beat TSM playing like this. I think this is actually the best way to beat TSM.
I don't think they'll beat TSM personally. I think TSM just, I think TSM just does this 100 Thieves style better than 100 Thieves does. I feel like they just
I agree. I completely agree. But I think that if they are going to beat, I think that they could beat TSM with this, right? If TSM goes for the high variance stuff, right? If TSM does the scaling thing, then yes, TSM will beat them. But I think the race for 3rd place is actually a thing. I think that NA is I think it's separated into various tiers. There's Cloud9 and TL, and then there's like a line, and then there's the race for third place, which is like 100 Thieves, TSM.
You better not say
Dignitas,
Dig. Don't say Dig.
I mean,
Dig is not in there. Dig is losing first round.
It's a race to third place. Okay.
Okay, so if I join the fucking 100 meter dash and I race against Usain Bolt, if I'm like double his time, does that mean that I'm in the fucking race?
Okay, in the race.
I think Dig can beat TSM. Probably, right? If TSM don't draft scaling team comps and then they do the high variance fucking, cinder block to the head gameplay that they are known for sometimes. Dignitas just sort of like waits.
Guys, you guys have to excuse LS. He just had surgery. He's on all types of medication. He doesn't know what he's saying right now. This is not what he actually means. Trust me.
What do you mean? It's like you're about to make an important decision and then a cinder block like hits you in the head and then you just make like a disjointed decision. Like,
oh man.
So no, but they do stuff like this. In games, they just do these arbitrary, random, forceful things.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? Actually, I don't know if dGon can get it.
The
clip in game 1, the clip where I lost my mind. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I see it.
Started at 34 minutes. Holy shit, I'm going to lose my mind again.
All right.
Holy fuck.
Like, I hate it. I hate what they did.
Look
I hate
at
it.
the minimap.
Like,
There's nothing. There's no dragon.
Oh,
There's
okay.
4 minutes until dragon.
I hate
The enemy
it.
can't
I
do
hate
Baron.
using
You just
them.
had a ward on it. Lily is clearing it.
It doesn't
You see
feel
them.
good to use them.
You
It
know where
feels
they are.
better to just crit people with Infinity or play
fucking
Blade
see
of
all of
Burning
them.
King.
You know that.
Okay.
You can see them all, man. Why are you in middle?
Here we go.
You can see them all. There's no camp. There's no minion wave. They're not on Baron. There's no dragon. Why are you in mid?
Mid control. Is all I say.
It's match-fixing levels of bad. If this was an RTS, the team would be disqualified. I said the same thing about Fnatic. Fnatic did the same thing. There's no way all 5 players
I'm gonna choke
have
and
their
it's gonna be
eyes
more
open
desirable than watching
for
this.
30 seconds. They're all closed. They're all just closed and they're clicking forward. There's no way. Their monitors are off. Dude, I can't. I can't. How does anyone watch this
in this game? Orianna doing negative damage.
There's nothing going on. Like there's no, you can't defend it. It's like
literally
this is like when you play this in court, the person just admits, yeah, I'm guilty.
There's no dragon, and they can't be at Baron.
Oh my god!
Why are you in the middle?
I don't.
Is it a hot date? Is there a hot date or what?
Damn.
What?
There's hot date. Oh man.
There's a hot date. Yeah, there's a hot date.
Holy moly. Yeah.
Jesus.
So.
Wow, the game just ended just like that. I forgot that the game ended like that. I'll be honest, like I think at this point in the game, I was just so sure Cloud9 had won that I was like half watching. You know, I was probably mauling at somebody in chat like halfway through. Again, that's such a disgusting way for the game to end. You know, it wasn't like there was a fight.
What are they doing?
I mean, like you watch other regions and it's like, oh, they lose.
Everyone. Why are they mid-man? It's insane. It's so insane.
They need mid control.
Deductive reasoning. Oh, it's so fucking ridiculous. No, so I come from RTSs, right? I think I've talked about this on the show before. RTS players make way more accurate and precise predictions with way less provided information. It's just like a skill set, right, from the games.
Right.
To understand Fog of War and to understand deductive reasoning. That is a huge skill set in that game. But somehow mobile players just think it's far-fetched. Somehow it's 99% takes are wrong, broken clock, yada, yada, yada. Fucking ridiculous, man. So fucking ridiculous.
Well, that's the end of our video. You want more though, right? Thought so. Good thing YouTube makes it so easy to watch more VENN Esports. Easier than keeping me in frame. Whoa. Whoa. While you're watching me dodge around, click on these videos.